Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kiki, and today we have another story time. I really appreciate all the feedback and all the comments and love that I got from you guys from my last story time. I didn't expect it at all. So I decided that maybe every once a month I would try to do a story time because I've been here for like almost 3 years and a lot has happened in those 3 years. So why not try to share my stories and my experiences with you guys? This story time is about when I first arrived in Korea. A lot of my friends expected me to already be in a relationship. Like all of them were like, oh Kiki, why don't you already have a boyfriend? And I'm like, it's been a month. Like, who works that fast? I don't even work that fast. What did you expect? And I just got a relationship. Like I wanted time for myself. I didn't want any distractions. I wanted to just work because I didn't want to be one of those people to come to Korea and just expected to have fun and not have get my party straight. And so my friend was trying to encourage me to, get out into the dating world. And so I was like, I'll check it out. And so I started texting this guy and we both had interest in each other. And he was okay. I want to say let's call him Mark, okay? But we're just gonna call him Mark, okay? So Mark and I was feeling a vibe. He was pretty cool. We had a lot in common, so we were like, let's meet in Hongdae. And so I meet him in Hongdae, and I will say, I said I was catfished, but he looked like his pictures, but them filters be strong. And I was like, okay, whatever. Let's start off with the friendship anyway. I don't want to get into anything too complicated at the time anyway. So we go and we have a great time. It was nice. I really enjoyed talking with him, but there was one problem. I know English is not their first language here, but this dude sounded like a robot. And I was like, I'm not gonna judge. I want to be this person who doesn't judge others. And I was like, there's always the benefit of the doubt. And so I asked him, I was like, how did you learn English? Like, your English is really good. He didn't have any grammar or any problems like that. His voice was like really monotoned. And so he was like, oh, I learned from YouTube. And I was like, you know what? That's pretty impressive to learn English from YouTube. I've been here for 3 years and I still can't even speak proper Korean. I can barely speak proper English. So, but anyway, let's get back to the story. I got off track. So this guy, Mark, and I don't have any, strong feelings towards him, but I did like him as a friend. And so we decided to go on a second date. But I call it a friend date, but I guess it was a date. Anyway, he was like, oh, let's go to the movies. And I was like, oh, I like movies. Movies are fun. What kind of movie we're gonna watch? He was like, we can just find out when we get there. And I was like, okay, cool. Or where are we going? He was, oh, it's a place where we can go watch movies. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's go watch a movie. I've never been to a Korean movie theater. And so here's the day of the date. I get there and he takes us to this place. And we're in this building. And I was like, this ain't no movie theater. What is this place? And it's like, oh, this is called a DVD bong. So for some of you already watching, you might know what a DVD bong is. But I didn't know what a DVD bong was or what it was for, what it's popular for. And so I was like, oh, this is a cool place. You walk in and there's separate rooms for everybody to go watch their own individual movie. There's DVDs everywhere. Everything is categorized. They have some of them in English. They have it in Korean subtitles and English subtitles. I was like, wow, this place is pretty cool. And so we're trying to find this movie. We find this movie. I think we ended up watching Annabelle or something like that. Something scary. I was like, it's fine. I'm down to watch a scary movie. And so we get our movie. He pays. I was like, okay, thank you. We get into our individual room, and when we walk in there, there's like a little sofa. I was like, okay, this is pretty comfortable. We don't gotta, sit in no chairs. There's a sofa in here. And then we just relaxing like this and just watching the movie. And every once in a while, he's like, oh, I'm scared. I'm like, boy, get off me. Ain't nothing scary about this movie. Calm down. And we're just watching this movie. And I knew he was probably going to try to do something, but I was trying to block all these moves. Like, I'm not trying to do anything with you. I'm trying to get a friendship, not a boyfriend. So I'm sorry. I was hoping that he will catch those vibes. Like, you will feel that I'm not feeling you in that kind of way. And I was assuming that he would catch this message. But every time like a jump scare from the movie would be there, he'd go, oh, I'm scared. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just let him chill here. Like, it's fine. And so it's getting towards the end of the movie. This movie is done. And I'm like, oh, okay, the movie's finished. What shall we do later? And he was like, well, I have my friends coming over to my place, so I was thinking I was just gonna go back there. And I was like, okay, so I can just go home with my friend. Like, we're gonna go out anyway. It's Saturday. I'm gonna go out into like Hongdae and party anyway. And so I'm just sitting here. I'm like, are we gonna go? What's going on? He leaned over for a kiss, and I'm like, okay. And so I kiss him, but I'm like, okay, I'm done. And he really thought some other stuff was gonna happen in that room. And I was like, oh, no, sweetheart. I don't wanna roll like that. So in the middle, I'm like, okay, I gotta get back to my friend, let's go. And so we go. And then he's a gentleman, so he like drops me off by the subway station so I can go back home. Cause I think he lives in Hongdae, so he doesn't have to like go that far. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. And he like try to move in for a kiss, like we buddy like that. And I'm like, oh, bye. See you later. So I go down through the station and I get at my friend's house and I'm like, girl, can you believe what just happened to me? I thought we were going to the movie theater and we went to a DVD bong. She goes, did y'all? And then I'm like, what you mean? Ain't there CCTVs everywhere? There was no CCTV in them rooms. Those rooms are for doing some other stuff. And y'all know what I mean. I was like, that is what DVD bongs are for. Your girl didn't know that, but everyone that I talked to knew that. And I'm like, I was missing out. I should have educated myself a little bit more about Korea and these boys before I came here. They really thought they're gonna try to get me like this. So yeah, your girl was a little bit clueless. DVD bongs are for going to have sex, and I now know that. Sorry y'all could hear this noise. I keep messing with my little Bluetooth for my recording. But I forgot to say before I ended this video was that after basically like dissing this boy and not trying to have sex with him in this DVD bong, he never tried to contact me ever again. So I knew that's all he wanted from me. He just wanted to like have like a one night stand and call it a day. And so he was trying to take me out to these places that have a nice time. And I'm sitting here like, wow, you were really trying to put in little effort at that. But don't trust these boys out here, y'all. You're worth more. I know you're worth more. Don't do it to yourself. Yeah, that's basically it for my story. It's pretty short. I don't like trying to make too long of a video because that's a lot of editing for me. And I don't think y'all want to sit there and watch a 20-minute video anyway. So yeah, if you guys really like this video, please let me know. Leave a comment below, like this video, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed already. If you want to hear some more story times, I got some story times about the club. I got some story times from America, to be honest. Like, there's so many things that have happened to my life that you guys can know. So if you do want a story time about the club, let me know. Some weird stuff be happening in NB2, and that's why I don't go there anymore. So if you want to know about that, please leave a comment below, and see you next time.